So hi guys, I'm back after a long time I guess. I've been creating some good things in this period. So let's see how far we are and how go. And today we are going to create a pubsub based architecture for Node.js, which is going to be based on microservices. Micro, Microservices. So let's start with that at the first. And pardon me for my background noise, it's running heavily today here. And let's start. So basically, we are going to create what we say. So what we say, it is a architectural flow for if you go to flow.io, let me show you something. Sorry, I don't plan my videos very well because it's an inner call. So let's go live, and I go live. I go live visually. So let me open up my browser quickly. Let's open up flow.io. And this is how it usually happens. There are two types of communication happens between different microservices, or a parent service, or a child service, or vice versa. Usually how it happens, just for example, let's assume it is the parent service. So we name it parent service. Let me zoom it for you. Let me zoom it. Okay. I think it went too big. Yeah. So basically it is a parent service, and we are declaring another service which is called child service. Both are different microservices. Okay. So this parent service and child service, they both communicate with each other by APIs. Okay, by APIs like REST API, or GraphQL, or gRPC. Sorry, GraphQL or gRPC. They follow these things to communicate with each other. Usually it happens. Okay, so what it happens, how it reacts, basically when we are consuming a REST API or GraphQL or gRPC, usually we wait for a response or wait for a callback from another service. So that if we are parent service is sending or accessing any request from child service, it is basically awaiting the child service to respond something or to complete the process so that it can go further. But usually what it happens, these things, in my opinion, these things may slow down the process. So just assume we are creating an image upload service, and we developed it using TDD, test-driven development. So it is the child service is using TDD to upload image into S3. Okay, so basically it is uploading image to S3. Okay, this is what it does. So when the client communicates, just assume this is the client side, and it is communicating with the parent service, and just assume it is our MongoDB, just for roughly assume this. So this is a Mongo service. So when I want to communicate with, I want to save the image for the user profile or something like that, what I will do, I will basically send a request to the parent service or to the main backend service, then it will convert the image to base64 format, and it will save it to MongoDB like the string after sending it to the child service. We can say that like child service, it will upload the image to our S3 here. It will upload the image to our S3, and it communicates with it, and after getting the response, what it does, it it sends back the response to the parent service, and the parent service then send the image name or URL path to the MongoDB database. Then it returns to the client that the process has been done, and you can say that image has been uploaded successfully, right? So basically, this is what a common microservice works. But I was thinking like a different architecture to handle these things, like with a pubsub architecture and webhook, using webhooks. Like we are going to remove this REST API from here, and we are going to remove this API architecture from here. And what we are going to do, basically, these things will happen, but what will you do, basically, like what you can say, okay, yeah. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to install a RabbitMQ server here, RabbitMQ server, and this RabbitMQ server will be responsible for like the pubsub, publish and subscribe. So before going to the RabbitMQ, let me explain what is publish and subscribe, okay, in different part. Here I'm going to explain what is publish and subscribe. So there is a pubsub architecture there, and it is like it has a class which has different methods. One method is for publication of a channel, or subscription of a channel, or it can it will be like to unsubscribe the channel. It happens in that particular way. So okay, so let's see how pubsub works basically. So if you go to my GitHub account, I created a repository, Rabbit test. You can see this one, or I think I also created one. Let me show you. The link is in chat. You can check that, and the video link I'll send also. And this let me check if I had another repository somewhere for simple pubsub architecture. I think I did one in past. Sure. So I don't have it here. I will upload the drive link in the comment box. So basically, you can see following the pubsub here. It's like just assume it's our pubsub class, and it has different channels. Okay, so for the first channel, let me name it for the first method. I am going to name it publish, and another one to subscribe. Basically, pubsub is the abbreviation of publish and subscribe, and this is the one, and I'm putting both of these here. And like how it works, I'm creating a channel called test, and I am subscribing to this channel. Means if I am subscribing to a particular channel test, and anything goes to that particular channel, I will anything, I will say publish to that particular channel, I will receive it here directly, so that I won't have to. This is the subscribe data from test channel, and I can, when I can get that, if someone push the test channel. Sorry, my bad. So these things happen usually. So we are going to do the same architecture here. We are not going to follow the we are not going to follow methodological API or GraphQL or gRPC protocols to communicate between the services. What we are going to do basically, we are going to when parents service is called for saving the image, it will publish to the RabbitMQ server. Then the RabbitMQ server will send the data to the child service, and after completing the process, it will send a webhook API to this parent service, so that they both can communicate with each other. So we are going to follow this procedure today. So what we need basically is to create two services, and using these two services, we are going to demonstrate how we can communicate with each other by using this RabbitMQ architecture. So let me first check whether I have installed RabbitMQ or not. Yeah, it's up and running. So I will just go to our creator folder here, and I will open the terminal here again. My bad. I have to uninstall Conda every time, because I'm working in Conda directly recently, so I had to use it globally. So I'm going to create two folders here. One is service 1 and another service 2. Okay, and inside service 1, I'm going to initialize my first repository and service 1, and inside that I'm going to I'm going to use Express. Okay, yeah, Express will be fine. So I might need a few other things. Yarn add Morgan, and let you open the architecture on my other screen. And I might need AMQP leave for RabbitMQ. AMQP leave. Yeah, this will do. Yeah, I might need node more also. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, add node more. It's taking time. So basically, after that, I'm going to open code here. We'll come to the yes, I trust the author completely because I'm the author, and I'm going to create index.js constant. I might need .env, but I'm not gonna do that. I will convert a simple config file here. So express index.js, then constant app and post as express.app. Sorry, this GitHub Copilot sucks sometimes. Sucks hard. It sucks hard actually sometimes. And app.use express.json, and it's going to be extended to, and it is not defined. Sorry, my bad. And app is going to also use Morgan, and it will use Morgan as in dev environment. I'm not going to create any dev environment. I'm just like to see whether the APIs I am consuming are working or not. So I'm going to create another folder before that. I'm going to config, and inside that index.js and exports default, and it will export port as 500. So I'm going to import that construct from config. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not port, it's port only. So I'm going to listen for the port, and listen port, and it's going to use error and server. If error is there, and console log error and error, because error while starting the server, and if not, I'm just going to console log server port, and I'm going to log the process ID also with process dot id, and let's check it out whether it's working or not. Node.js, config, why isn't showing anything? Server is listening for port is undefined. This exports port 4500. I'm going to do this like okay, process.id. It should show process. It doesn't require any process, and it's working now. Why? Okay, let it be. I don't care about the process here right now. So server is starting on port. We can see server has been started. So we don't need to like restart the server manually every time. So we might need that node one here, and we don't have scripts here. Like so, I'm going to implement scripts, and to run these scripts, I need two scripts basically. One is start, which will run node index.js, and another one will be dev index.js. Yeah, so I'm going to like yarn voila. So is there now? So let's start the coding. And what we are going to do, we are going to basically create our basic architecture. We will create a controller here, and we will create an routes here, and inside that route I am going to create index.js and controller. I am also going to do the same, index.js, and inside index.js routes I'm going to import express again, constant express, require express, constant routes, constant route, now we need express.routes. I think it's small or capital. Module.exports. Let me check. Let me check. Sorry, it's not routes, it's actually router. Sorry, my bad. Actually, working with many programming languages makes you confuse modules. And module.export function, not function, app Mr. module. Routes. So what I'm going to do basically, I'm going to do like routes dot get, not get, I'm going to use a post request here, routes dot post communicate, and I'm going to get the controller here. Local imports, now start controller, repair controller. That would be fine, but I need controller one level back, and I don't need this one. Good. So when it's communicate, it will use controller and controller.communicate. Okay. So this has been like exported. So I'm going to I'm going to create another API which will work as a webhook here, webhook API, and this will be like routes post webhook communicate to the webhook. That will fine. Okay. So inside this controller, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another method. Okay. I'm going to create another method exports. What was the method? Communicate. Let's copy it from here and paste it here. And let's create request, response, and we will return a response with starters 200, vacation with message Hakuran starter. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to implement this router here. Routes, constant routes, repair, not a level back, just the routes. Okay, and r.use, and I'm going to use anything here, and then routes. So let's bring the postman quickly. Instead of using postman, let's use thunder client here. New request, and let's see if our server is running. No, I don't want to use postman right now. Let's see if our server is running. Yeah, server route post callback object undefined. Okay, so what we did a mistake here. We created a method here called webhook, and we didn't mention the function here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just return true for now. Request response and return rest status equal to forget it, not right now. I'm just going to return true for now. Okay. So now the server is started again. Cool. So dot post communicate, and let's go to a new request, and I'm going to use 127.0.1 4500 communicate, and I'm going to create a post request here. Send message. So our API is working fine right now. So let's see how we can modify it to like communicate with the communicate with our RabbitMQ. So we are going to like inside our controller we need one thing here. For now we will need AMQP, AMQP, and we need AMQP lib, require AMQP lib, and callback API. Cool. So before that we will use another thing in Node.js which we call, just give me a second, let me grab that for you. Let me grab that. Event emitter. So let me tell you what it is. Event emitter. So this is what we are going to use. We are going to emit an event. We are going to first listen to an event and will emit to that particular event. When the event is completed or emitted, then we will give the response only. So we are going to use that particular architecture here. Okay, so we are going to use this one. Then I'm going to first push something to this RabbitMQ, and we are going to create not this one. I'm going to constant in this config. We are going to exports rabbit URL. It will be like AMQP and MQP localhost. That will be fine. MQP localhost. And showing error because it is not a good okay. So I'm going to import constant Rabbit URL. Require, and I'm going to import config here. That's all. I'm not going to use any hard-coded value inside this other than the channel name only. So not this one. And so what I'm going to use is like first connect, make a connection. So AMQP connect, and I'm going to pass Rabbit URL here, and it has an error and response, but we don't need response, we need a connection here. If it has error or a connection, we are going to compare it in that way. Okay, and if it has an error, we are just going to just throw the error here, and if it doesn't have any error, it will like create a channel. So connection, and it will create a channel. Sorry, create, my bad, create channel, and we will compare it with two things, whether it is an error in creating channel or we have a channel. So I suck with this new keyboard now. And if has error, we are going to throw it right away, and that's all. Now we are going to create a queue. So there the request will be there. So whenever we will listen to that particular queue or subscribe that particular queue, we will receive the message sent from here. So constant queue is let's say communicate. Yeah, I misspelled it, I know that. Don't think that, I don't know. Constant message, and message will be let's say hello world. Okay, and I will assert it to queue, assert queue, and to the queue with durability of false. I don't want this message to be durable. So what is durable? Like it it is a flag which like depends upon it marks the resistance of this particular message. So I will describe in another episode if possible. Send to queue, and send to queue will be, we will sending the queue to queue, and with buffer from message. This is the one, this Copilot predicted it right actually. This is the one, and we are going to log it that it's sent string message. Okay, so then I will close the connection after some time. Let's say after 2 seconds, set timeout function, and let's define the 2 second first, and yeah, and we will connection dot close, and process is 0. We don't 0 is a good code. That will be fine. So let's bring our command prompt here. Okay, and our communicate send. hello world, app crashed, waiting for 5G. So we have sent the message successfully, but there is something which crashed the crashed the server. So it's done, but we don't have any response from the second microservice as well. So let's go to our command prompt. Let's cd to that next microservice, service 2, and we're going to do the same thing here. Sorry, and init. Yes, and I'm going to install MQB, and I'm not going to use anything. So I'm going to read, I'm not going to use API at all. So it will be like when the message will be listened, it will send another message. When the process is complete, it will send another queue to the pubsub, and it will be listened here, and it will event in the webhook here. It will be emitted here. So basically, what it will do, wait for the message from hook. I'm not going to use it as an API then. There is no need of this API. Well, I'm going to use Axio. So we can do it both of the ways. What do you suggest, guys? We can do it both of the ways. Okay, let's you pass it through. Let's consume it through Axios. We can do that, or you can send another pubsub to this particular. Okay, if you are going to use pubsub, then why the hell we are going to use Axios? The one API will be fine. So wait for the message from the hook. From the it's not going. Then we are not going to use this one as well. And we're going to constant. I'm going to use a constant here. I don't know. I'm going to use a function, simple function here. It's a simple function will work because I haven't done it yet. Till that, I have used Axios to communicate between each other. Let's use Axios only. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, and I'm going to this one. So basically, it will be safe to use webhook. It won't expose your APIs to any attacker or what. Okay. So for here, I believe I'm going to use Axios, and I'm not going to use I don't need Express here. So yarn add MQP leave Axios. These two things will be fine, and node one also. Node one. So there's something from the code, and I am simply going to create an index.js here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to constant MQP. It's going to require MQP leave plus callback API, and I also require constant Axios it is a kind of secure architecture, like it won't expose your APIs, backend APIs or microservice APIs to any attacker, because they are consuming the webhooks only, and you have like the data receiving continuously, and you won't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to do like I'm going to connect this like MQP. I'm going to follow the same architecture here, like from the other, and I'm going to use this. Just try to copy it from here, and I will change it somewhere. So I will also create a channel, and I'm going to assert the queue. I told you the message here, communicate, and we have communicate, assert queue, and after asserting queue we need to keep listening the particular channel. So log to the console and waiting for good I have, and then we'll consume the channel. So let's see how Copilot works. I didn't code it, okay? So this channel is not presented by GitHub Copilot, and he is just my helper. I have another helper here. I have a baby tortoise who helps me to code. Just kidding. Consume. So I'm not going to do that yet. So I'm going to, sorry, console log dot. Okay. So I'm just going to do this for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another text, script here, and I will call it start. And I'm going to directly use node 1 here because I'm not using Express, so I don't need to run node.emitter.js. So for testing purpose, you can see like if it is one, they have not found. Sorry, yeah. Start. AMQP is not defined. Then what the hell is it? If it's not defined, then what the hell it is? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. AMQP. We don't have RabbitMQ here, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put localhost. I'm just going to put localhost and use AMQP before that. AMQP. Yeah, I'm not hard coding it for now. I will change it to app crashed. Received hello world. So you can see like it has received already a message. So which one we sent it from here, from server 7 to service 2, and I don't know why this one is crashing. Let's check it out. Okay, and we are continuing to receive this message, so this will be an issue while like if you don't acknowledge this, if you don't acknowledge this, then you keep receiving the same message again and again and again and again. So we will acknowledge this. So and we don't have a message anymore, or already have received that. Whew. So once we have received this, okay, so I don't think I don't have any issue with this. Yeah, it's app crashed again. What app is crashing? My bad. So let me get some water. shouldn't be acting like that. Shouldn't act like that. Yeah, I don't want to close the connection here. So let's see. Cool. So I want to I need to remove this one also from here because I don't want to close the connection from now. And after that I'm going to consume this webhook here so that see it will usually use this one from service 2. So it will just let's import the event emitter first. So we need constant events and we need require events. Events is a default. It is in default for Node.js, not events. More on events. So events. So we have the event emitter here. So we are going to use this event emitter. Event emitter, and it will emit a message like event.emit. It is one element, so it is one. Okay, and it will emit that message from child, and it will send a request.body. Okay, request.body. Yeah, that will be fine, and it will send a response to that so that it will complete the cycle. So res return res dot status 200 dot JSON message hook completed. Okay, so when it is emitted from here, it will go back to a listening mode, here after this connection. Okay, I'm going to do something here also. I'm going to do event emitter dot on, and I'm going to listen once only, so I don't need to on, I need once and the same event here. So I'm going to emit the same event here, and I have a data property here, data. So after emitting this data property, I'm going to console log data, and I'm going to return the response from here. Return hook completed, not hook completed. I'm going to return the data here instead of this hook completed. Okay, cool. So let's see. And then in this here, I'm going to create an Axios request. So basically, I'm going to create an Axios post, and I'm going to use HTTP localhost 4500. And what was the API? Webhook communicate. This is the API. Webhook communicate, and we don't have any data, I guess. We need some data, so let's send the data as constant data is equal to hello from service 2. hello from service 2. So I'm going to access, what is the access format? I forgot the access format. Let's get that access format. Axios port request. Headers. Okay. Okay. So we have data, and we will define a header here. Headers. Where is the tab? Yeah, not this one. Not one bit. Sorry. Constant headers, and we have what was the header? Authorization. We don't have application notation. What is that application notation? Header. Collection. Body and notation headers. We need content type application notation, right? This is the, I keep forgetting things, you know. Content type application notation. So is that, yeah, content type application. Cool. So we will pass the data here. So we will pass the data, then we will pass the header, and we will call the then catch, then and we will catch it. So we have if we have an error, we will catch it here, and we are going to log in error, and here. So I think this will suffice what we are going to do. So let's see if both the servers are running. Yeah, it's running. It's also running. Nice. So let's send the communicate. Send hello world, receive hello world, and something is broken. What do we have here? Error. What is this error? Write proto. Okay, I think we need course. What is this error? Let me search it. Let me search it. What is this error? Let me first this one. HTTP. Have I used HTTPS on? Oh, sorry. I used HTTPS. Cool. Let's try it again. Send. And access error true. Now we have another error. Right. And what is this error? Not this one, buddy. This one. 400 data hello from service 2. Is it fetched here? Unexpected H injection at position token H. Okay, got it. Sorry, my bad. So we have this one, and this is not a JSON format actually, so we might need a JSON data so that we can communicate in the same to there. So we will need message and hello from service 2. Let's try it again. Yeah. See, we have the callback, man. It's successfully executed now. Hook completed. We have the received the message hook completed, and here we see that hook webhook communicate is also done. Webhook communicate is also done. So basically, what we did, like we created two services. We successfully communicated each other with. Let me go through the code again. So basically, what we did, like we created these routes. First one to communicate, second one, and it went to the controller, and through the controller it emitted to this create channel method, and it created a channel communicate, and here in the second service we listen to the particular channel. When we have message, we call the webhook API. We did some funny mistakes there also, and when the webhook API is called, it emitted an event, and when we listened that event, we sent a response in the first API. But we used 3 processes inside that, so it will be instant, and it happened in a fraction of seconds. Even we didn't know that something happened, and we felt like it is a response from the particular same API. But 3 APIs or 3 services has been called inside that. So this will be all. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and happy coding.